Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back for another part of the Ubers Road to Top 10. Today we're going to be using a team that my boy PokeaimMD passed me, so shout outs to him. As per usual, the team will be linked in a paste bin down below in the description, as well as I think a video of where he made this team. I think he made a team building video on this team, so I'll link that with the team or alongside the team, whatever. It's pretty cool. It has like Sub, Swords Dance, Primal Groudon, and a Bronzong, which is something I've been liking using in Ubers lately. I have to be careful around Yveltal with this team since my answer is pretty much just Diancie. Like Sucker Punch Yveltal kind of destroys the team, but that's just like most teams in general unless you're running a fairy type. Like only a fairy type stops that thing, and just barely. Or like a support Arceus with like Toxic can wear it down. But in any case, where are we on the ladder? Let's see where we are. I haven't played Uber since the last time I recorded, so aim. We are number 112 on the ladder. Okay, that's fine. What is top 10? 1775. Wow, we're 150 points away from that. So in any case, I'm just gonna pause it until we find a battle, and I'll be right back. So we found a game, and my opponent's team kind of looks like mine. Giratina puts in a lot of work versus him. I definitely want to lead off with my Diancie though and just Mega Evolve and Protect, just because his biggest threat to me is Yveltal. While I hate leading off with Diancie versus Deoxys attack teams, just because it forces my Giratina to take a hit, I need the Mega Evolution pronto. That way I can take hits and just start threatening Yveltal whenever I come out. So, and with that nice Protect on his Psycho Boost, this is gonna hurt. Honestly, Bronzong doesn't seem too useful here, so I think I'm gonna let it take the Psycho Boost. I don't think I want to let my Giratina take it. I'm not especially defensive, and Giratina could be a lot more useful simply because I don't know his Arceus set. Yeah, I'm gonna go out to Bronzong. If he goes for knockoff, then he gets me. Yeah, he goes for the knockoff right there. Is that Life Orb? That is not Life Orb, unfortunately, for me. Am I gonna forgo Stealth Rock this game? Call me Jamvat. I'm gonna hit him up with the Stealth Rock right here. If you choose to go for double knock, I get to get out my I get to bring out my Giratina, but he actually switches on to Groudon, so that's great. I get up my rocks. I'm also going to go for the Toxic, just in case he wants to go for the Precious Blades, predicting my Diancie don't want to come out, as he goes for his own Stealth Rock. I really don't mind that at all. I'd rather have rocks up on both sides and breaking his Deoxys' Sash. That way I can kill it with the Extreme Speed from there. So, I do have my Arceus Ground, which is a rather solid switch in, I feel. So I'm going to go out to that on this thing. It is my Groudon check, as I do not take that as well as I had hoped. However, I should be able to recover off since he does have Pokemon like Giratina that can come out, and I can just recover off the damage right there, literally. And I think I'm just going to go out to my Diancie because Giratina cannot touch it. It runs Will-O-Wisp, Dragon Tail, maybe Roar. Diancie should be a rather safe switch-in right here, as he does go for the Roar, so he's going to phase himself out. Let's get something like a Yveltal. We get the Deoxys attack, which isn't too bad. We do force its Sash to be broken before a potential defog, and we can go right back on to Bronzong as fodder, as we tank the Psycho Boost right there. Oh my god, that did 12. that actually did 12. I'll just hit him with the Gyro Ball. I'm surprised that did nothing, like absolutely nothing to me. So I have a few plays I could do. I think the best play overall, I'm thinking it's Arceus Fairy, which my Groudon should be able to come through versus. Actually, Groudon can come through versus a lot of his team. But I go out to Giratina right here, and I'm just gonna go for Dragon Tail. I don't expect him to stay in on a Shadow Sneak that can kill him. But even if he does, I should be able to phase him out. And the main reason I went for Dragon Tail is because it's Yveltal is an issue which could come out. It's physically defensive Yveltal at that, so it takes absolutely nothing from that Dragon Tail as Groudon comes out, and I could just phase him again with the Dragon Tail as he is going to Thunder Wave me. I don't mind. Groudon is low, so soon I can just spam Moonblast. It is Arceus Water, however, with more than likely Toxic. I'm just going to Will-O-Wisp this thing. His best move to hit me is more than likely going to be that Ice Beam, as we see right there. So I'm going to Will-O-Wisp it, that way it can't take attacks from my Deoxys, and I definitely don't want to sack this. As much as I like Groudon in this game, because it's so great versus him, it's my best way of threatening the Arceus, so I'm going to go out to that way I can click Precipice Blades. I don't expect him to Toxic right here, as Yeah, I can click Precipice Blades and knock him out with the burn damage if he wants to go for his Toxic. If he switches out, that's fine. I get a kill. right now. And I need to save, I wanted to save my Giratina just because the Mewtwo is a threat and I want to be able to hit it. And of course I missed the Precipice Blades on the Toxic. That would have been able to knock him out with the burn, like max attack, near max attack. So with that burn turn that I got, it 100% would have been able to knock him out. Look at that. Over 50% easily. So that's unfortunate for me, to say the least. So we're going to switch on to my Diancie because he's more likely to recover. I don't know if he's running max speed or not, but 8 p.m. Sorry, I was just answering a question. But this works out way better for me, especially because we know he's physically defensive Yveltal just based on the Dragon Tail damage. So I get a kill right here with the Moonblast, as well as I put Yveltal in range of extreme speed if it does choose to switch out and he does sack him on. So we take that. We 100% take that, as he does choose to sack the Primal Groudon. Great. So goodbye. So it's not looking too bad. I hate facing Deoxys attack with this team. I think it's way too much of a threat for this team to handle. But then again, that's most Deoxys forms. Mewtwo is going to come out. This is a threat. This is definitely a threat. My Arceus Ground can threaten him a bit, especially because his Arceus runs Toxic and I can outspeed it potentially, or win a speed tie and hit Earthquake. So I don't have knock on my hand. I think I'm just going to sack my Groudon right here. This is more than likely Mega Mewtwo. I don't know if it's X or Y, but Groudon's a sack to go out to Giratina, as it is Y. And this is a threat. This is a threat. I don't have a good way of hitting him. I doubt Extreme Speed knocks it out. I'm just going to go out to this and Shadow Sneak him. And save my Extreme Speed for his Deoxys and hope I'm faster than him. I don't think I have another play. He chooses to stay in and let me Shadow Sneak him, so that's great. We at least weaken him a bit to the point where my Deoxys can take it out with the Extreme Speed, and maybe clean up this game a bit. It depends, because this Deoxys has a good shot of cleaning up this game right now. So he goes out to a Yveltal. Great, that's sack. That's nothing I have to play around Sucker Punches with later. We already know it's not Rocky Helmet either, because I did hit with Dragon Tail earlier, as his Giratina is going to come out. I think he has to double, right? Because you can't touch me. Doesn't he have to double? I'm not going to risk him touching me, though. I'm going to go right out to Diancie and just get my kill with Moonblast. As he does go right for the Willows. Yeah, so that was probably his only play that he could go for, or a double. I think a double would have been a lot more effective for him, obviously. But a Moonblast should be able to pick up a kill. Arceus will go down. Giratina, though it doesn't go down, it is in range of the Ice Beam now, as Arceus is going to come out. That's great as well, because all I needed with this Diancie for was the Arceus, as I'm actually faster. So he's slower than 319 speed Diancie, as Mewtwo is going to come out. And I'll just Moonblast here. I don't have another play. Sasha can easily knock me out. But if he chooses to go for like a Calm Mind or anything weird, then I'll be able to knock him out. Maybe even a random double. He goes for the Ice Beam, like I said, and if he chooses to go for anything weird, I can knock him out with the Moonblast, as his Deoxys is going to come out. And I think it comes down to Extreme Speed, Speed Ties, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, if he has Ice Beam, see, because what I'm thinking about doing is going Arceus and doubling into Deoxys, but if he has Ice Beam, he'll go for that. So I think I just go for the Extreme Speed right here. I'm only 400 speed, though, so. But I win. Whatever that was. That wasn't a tie. That definitely wasn't a tie. I'm 400 speed. It's such an odd number. I'll show you guys it right now. Ubers. Yeah, like I'm 112 speed, so that worked out for me, though. We got that win. Not bad. Deoxys putting in work. Diancie putting in work as well. Some really interesting plays, like when my opponent chose to yes. Some really interesting plays on my opponent's choice, like switching out his Deoxys early on versus my Bronze. I had no switch-ins. I had no switch-ins to him. So I'm not sure why he did that. You typically don't switch out Deoxys on a Mon that doesn't have priority, nor a Mon that can take a hit. But he did allow me to get up Stealth Rock and also Toxic his Groudon, so I'm not going to complain at all. I'm going to pause it, though, until we find a battle. We'll be right back. So we found another game, and my opponent is extremely weak to Diancie. Dies to Diancie, 2 kill by Diancie, dies to Diancie, dies to Diancie, Arceus form. So I'm going to lead off with the DNC knowing that he's going to lead off with his own. I'm not going to risk a speed tie right here. I'm not real enough this turn, especially when my DNC 6-0 is his team. So what I'm going to do is Mega Evolve and Protect, and then take it as an opportunity to switch out into Bronzong and get up my Stealth Rock. Apparently he is real enough to do this though. Who does this? I'm harding right into Bronzong. I really want to go for Diamond Storm, expecting him to predict my Bronzong, but I think Bronzong is just the best play overall as he goes out to Arceus. That's fine. Gonna hit him with the Gyro Ball as he misses the Will-O-Wisp, unfortunately for him. I expected him to go out into his DNC, try to be a bit aggressive right there, but apparently he is support Arceus ground, and he actually ends up going for Ice Beam, probably expecting my my DNC don't want to come out or anything along those lines, but we were able to get off. Why would I bear that thing out though on an Arceus ground? I think about it. But we were able to get off a nice hit with this, and I mean, I could pivot around if I want to, but I think I'm just going to go for my Stealth Rock right here. Get these things up. I don't know if he has Defog on this Arceus per se. I'm going to go for a double Stealth Rock just in case he tries and defogs. Pretty much just try and weaken him to the point where I can knock him out with my Deoxys attack right there. And I'll go for Gyro Ball just in case he tries to make a random DNC play. But he goes out into his Giratina. I think that's fine. And I could just Toxic this thing on the Defog. Again, I'm not too worried about these Mons, especially because now Giratina is not going to be a switch into my Groudon anymore. And I don't have the best switch-ins. I don't think so, anyway. Just because if it's a Will-O-Wisp variant, I'm just going to hit him with a Gyro Ball just in case he tries to make a DNC play again. As we're able to get rid of my opponent's DNC. Basically, I could live a Shadow Sneak. He knew that, and I tried to take advantage of that, and it worked out for me. So, in comes Ho-Oh. Arceus Ground beats Groudon, beats a poisoned Arceus Ground, even if it does have Will-O-Wisp, beats Ho-Oh, beats a weaken this, and beats this. So I'm definitely not sacking Arceus. He should go for Sacred Fire here. Yeah, I'm going right out to Groudon. There's no way he goes for Brave Bird here. Yeah, he goes for Sub. Alright, that works too. Sub leftovers. Let's see if he's actually faster than me. I kind of hope not, because then my Groudon won't be as effective, as he is going to hit me with that Brave Bird right there. And what I should be able to do is double out into DNC, expecting him to want to go out to a Veltal or Giratina. As he goes out to Arceus Ground, that I do not mind as much either, because I can go right out into Bronzong and get up my Stealth Rock one more time. It is confirmed that I am faster than his Ho-Oh, and obviously I do dodge the Judgment, so I wouldn't mind just clicking Stealth Rock until I die, pretty much. Because his Defogger is already poisoned, meaning he is forced to knock me out at any given point. Burn is going to take its toll on me, and I'll go down to that. I will get up Stealth Rock at the end of the day. He even allows his Arceus Ground to stay weakened, so I take that. Oh, I'll definitely take that. Giratina comes out, I'm 100% clicking Stealth Rock every single turn. If you want to knock me out, that's completely fine. Like I said, he is already poisoned, so he is on a timer himself, and the weaker he gets, the weaker he is to my Arceus Ground. So this is just the best play overall, as he finally is going to knock me out right there. And I can go right out into my DNC and pick up my kill right back with the Moonblast. So Bronzong plus DNC, definitely the nice core right here, putting in the finest of work. Like he can, he actually chooses not to stay in. So that's fine, because he allows his Groudon to take this heavy, not heavy hit. No, it wasn't heavy at all. That did nothing. But I should be able to go out to my Giratina and just start clicking Dragon Tail, as he is going to go for Thunder Wave. I don't mind that too much. Again, Dragon Tail forces everything out. Forces Groudon to take the hit. He's probably going to get up his own Stealth Rock, but he actually switches out into his Giratina right here. Maybe checking for an Earthquake, I'm not sure. But down goes his Defogger, so my Stealth Rock are here to stay. Groudon's going to come in at a point where it won't be able to live a Moonblast plus a Precipice Blades. Well, it wouldn't be able to live a Moonblast plus Precipice Blades anyway, guys. But it's going to come in on a point where it won't be able to take my attacks. And honestly, I just want to Dragon Tail him around, weaken him. Yeah, now he goes down to Earth Power 100% when he comes back in. Ho-Oh is going to come out, and what I can do is hard right into my Groudon on his sub. That's the play that I would go for if I was my opponent. I would definitely go for a sub, and I can just Stone Edge right here and break his sub. I do have 2 chances to break his sub, so if I miss the first one, I do have a second chance, unless 232 is a speed tie between us, which I never know in Ubers. I do hit the first one nice, as he is going to go for recover. I don't think that matters as much, because now I'm actually just going to go for Precipice Blaze, expecting him to switch out to Arceus Ground or his Groudon, though I wouldn't have made the Arceus Ground play right there. I might have made the Yveltal play, but we are able to get rid of Arceus Ground. Great. That was his only threat for Diancie. So Diancie literally comes in and wins the game now. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I love it. I love it. And with a nice Stone Edge. I don't even have to hit him with the Stone Edge, honestly. But I'm going to hit it. As he has a Foul Play variant. Okay. I'm not thinking he's Scarf. I'm thinking he's Rocky Helmet or Charty Berry. But I can just go right for Moonblast and knock him out. Unless he's max speed, which would suck because I'm 319 speed, but unless he's like max speed with like Steel Wing or something, I should be able to get the KO right now. Ho-Oh is going to come out. Why? You're trying to force a Diamond Storm miss. It's 95% accurate. It's in my favor. Goodbye. As Groudon is going to come out. There's no way at 34% you live a modest Earth Power. Like, look at this. 460 special attack. There's no way you live Earth Power, bro. Goodbye. So Groudon's going to go down, and Yveltal is going to come back out. And there's no way Yveltal wins this game. Even if it's like Scarf Foul Play crits, which I don't even think kills Diancie. I do have extreme speed in the back. And I will be able to pick him up. Oh my god, I hadn't realized. Oh, is he a subscriber? Or did he not realize that Diancie murked him? Maybe he's a sub. I don't know. I get to click Moonblast right here, and I get to pick up my KO on a Yveltal, and Diancie, huge fan, bro. I'm Pinflois, and I stole the... Oh! That's my bro! Thanks, friend. Did I use this team and roll the top 10? I probably did. Thank you. That's my boy... That's my boy Pim. Okay. I know who that was. Anyway, we're going to look for another battle, and we found one right away. My opponent has a... This isn't the type of team where I got Sleep Turn 1 because I didn't Mega Evolve my Diancie, and Jam calling me out on turns. Anyway, Diancie's the best lead, especially when you're seeing Pokemon like Darkrai out there. It literally... Actually, Diancie like 2 KOs everything on his team. The only thing it's not 2 KO'd is the Kyogre, unless it's like... an offensive Kyogre, then Diamond Storm probably 2 KOs it, maybe, I'm not sure, but I'm leading off with Diancie just to threaten the Darkrai, as he leads off with his Groudon. I'm just gonna Mega Evolve and Protect. He's probably gonna Thunder Wave. If he goes for Rocks, great, I get up Rocks. My Bronzong is gonna be putting in some work this game. It does check his Xerneas. He hits me right with the Earthquake. Not going to bother staying in right now. I'm going to go right onto my Giratina. It does also check Latios in this game, which I like that. Goes for the Thunder Wave right here. Interesting. Interesting. I kind of want to double back onto Diancie because he gets up rocks for me, but I'll just Dragon Tail him as he goes on to Mawile. I wasn't expecting the immediate switch into Mawile, especially because I can go for a status, but I guess there was no way I was going for the status move right there. But this does give me a Groudon switch. Mawile doesn't threaten Groudon too much unless it has like Focus Punch. He doubles out into Latios. Good play on my opponent's part. I don't know if he has the HP Fire, but I have to make the Bronzong play anyway. Hopefully with enough offensive pressure, if I keep my... Why did this thing go for sub? I'm getting my off rock. Yeah, you're not doing crap to me. I'm getting on my rocks right here. I'm hoping to be able to go for Toxic right here. Basically, I'm not expecting him to want to stay in, but he is. Honestly, he wasn't doing crap, and I went for Toxic right there just in case he wanted to Groudon. He does have Sub and Defog, though, revealing that he does not have the Recover, most likely. And I should be able to just get on my Stealth Rock on his switch right now. Yeah, so Mawile is going to come out. That's great as well, because that also gives me another switch back out into my Groudon, which I am going to go out into. I don't mind if he doubles, because 1, I just broke a Sash on Darkrai. 2, I also hit the Latios for a lot. And I'm going to hit him with the sub because I don't want to take a Sucker Punch crit. Kind of doubt he's staying in, but I'm going to go for the sub anyway just in case he tries to. Because I take less damage basically if he goes for the Sucker Punch and if I went for sub. I take less damage than I would have taken depending on his hit. Also, sub is just so good versus him. Groudon behind his sub is so good. I kind of expect him to switch, and if he switches out to Latios, 48 attack Stone Edge might be able to knock it out from 64% when it comes back in. So, sorry, it's like early in the morning. That took me a while just to subtract 12. Primal Groudon. Uber Rock Polish. Sure, let's just give it that. This is a lot of attack, man. This one is so disgustingly strong. I love it. Latios. Yeah, that's a roll. Doesn't matter, though. Why are you at 63? Anyway, we're going to hit it with the Stone Edge right here. Hopefully connect and get the roll. As we do, goodbye Latios. So Latios is completely gone. We also have my Diancie already Mega Evolved, as well as the fact that Stealth Rock are up, which means that you know what gets to come in and pick up some kills? My boy Deoxys attack whenever it feels like it. So hard into Diancie is the play. As much as I hate doing that because I already Mega Evolved. Goes right for Sludge Bomb. Good play on my opponent's part. Thankfully does not poison me, as what I'm going to do is go for Earth Power. Yeah, I'm going to go for Earth Power. I'm going to expect him to switch out into either Groudon or Mawile right here. I wouldn't expect him to stay in and let me kill him with the Moonblast. Unless he has HP Steel. So he does go out to Groudon. Nice. We're going to be able to hit this thing with a modest Earth Power. Or, it's not modest, but we're that nature where we have the special attack. Are we modest, actually? Probably are. I have no idea. I think this is modest. Let me look back at the team builder. I'm pretty sure it is modest. So, yeah, we're modest because Diamond Storm gets the kill on Ho-Oh no matter what. So this is great because we can just kill it with 2 Earth Powers. If he goes out to Kyogre, again, Kyogre being weakened, 1, opens up another door for my Deoxys attack, and 2, it's just great in general. So what I want to do right here is actually go out into my Giratina. I don't want to hard directly into my Groudon on an Ice Beam. I would rather let my Giratina be 2-hit KO'd right now. And I'll just go for Shadow Sneak because it hits the Kyogre to a point where I can knock it out with Psycho Boost after. Or attempt to, you know. So, yeah, just based on the fact that... Actually, is that the better play? Doesn't Arceus Ground just knock him out with the Earthquake at 339 attack? I think that's the best play. I'm not sure. It could be Scarf. You know what? His entire team is grounded and this thing gets a kill. So I'm going out to this. And I'm just going to assume I'm going to be faster because it's Kyogre. And Kyogre runs bulk in this tier over speed. Because Kyogre can take on mons like Megaments and Primal Groudon pretty comfortably, and it can switch into a lot. So I'm assuming that this Kyogre is slower than me. I already know that 488 attack Precipice Blades, if it does choose to connect, will be able to knock out the Kyogre. It is a single target. This ain't no VGC. Goodbye, Kyogre. As, yeah, Arceus Ground pretty much checks Mawile, his own Groudon, Darkrai as well. I actually don't want to go directly into my, Diancie. Actually, yes I do. I'll go out to Diancie anyway. I don't care what he does. He goes for Dark Void. Yeah, I'm not making any play like that. Yeah. So he goes for Dark Void right here. I just knock him out the Moonblast. There's no point in going for the Earth Power because Earth Power into Moonblast will knock out everything. And if he stays in, he does live the Earth Power. And if he gets like a first turn wake next turn, that'd be in a bad situation. So goes out into his Xerneas. I can just sack my Diancie to go for the Moonblast. I do have Bronzong and Groudon as checks in the back, as well as putting it in range of more than likely Extreme Speed with the Fairy Boost. But now I can just get off an Earth Power as well, knocking out the Mawile. He probably tried to predict my Bronzong right there, and he is going to end up forfeiting. So we're going to look for another battle. We're climbing, and I think I'm just going to pause until we find one. We'll be right back. Alright guys, so we got another battle, and my opponent's team is super cool. I actually like it a lot. Very, very weak to Primal Groudon, but then again, you know, most teams are. I guess this might be defensive, or he might just use his offensive pressure between U-turn into a Pokemon like a Veltal that can threaten Groudon. So, I want to lead off with my Diancie, again, because I just get that Mega right off the bat. Usually Genesect is Scarf. They're always Scarf in Ubers. Hopefully I don't face somebody that's like some Blaze Kick Shift Gear, because that would probably destroy me. Nah, I got Primal Groudon. But I want to lead off the Diancie. I want to get off that Mega Evolution. Obviously, I want to be faster than the Yveltal. That's like the big thing right there. And because this team is pretty weak to Yveltal, if I lose my Diancie. which is why I'm more than likely just going to Mega Evolve, Protect, and then if he leads off with Genesect, if he goes for Iron Head, Harding right into my Bronzong, getting up my rocks, and starting to threaten him with Deoxys attack. This is a game where Deoxys attack can put in work because it gets in switches versus Pokemon like Gengar, Mega Gengar. That leads off with his Genesect, gets a special attack raise, nice. I can just Mega Evolve and Protect as he goes for Iron Head. No way I am staying in. Makes a nice double out into his Groudon. Good play, so we know he's a pretty solid opponent at that. And what I can do is go right out into my Giratina and just defog away his hazards as he goes for the Lava Plume. Doesn't burn me, thankfully. I think I'll just Dragon Tail here, because if he wants to switch out, then I get the momentum. I'm surprised he went out to Genesect, especially if I had Earthquake. Genesect can't really do too much. Reveals the Arceus Rock. Don't want to stay in. I can just get up my Stealth Rock right here as he goes for Toxic as well, so I can dodge that. Get up my Stealth Rock. Has the Heat Wave. Interesting. This doesn't support anything though for me. Like, I don't mind this thing being Heat Waved. It gets Flamethrower, bro. Why do you have Heat Wave? I'm not sure why he has Heat Wave over Flamethrower, but we are able to Toxic him, as well as I'm going to wear him down a bit with the Protect. Also goes for Judgment right there, maybe trying to predict the switch. I'm not sure, but interesting set, to say the least. I can just hit him with a Gyro Ball if Heat Wave doesn't knock me out, as he does get whatever roll it was right there to knock me out. However, Deoxys attack is going to have so much fun right now. I could go for Superpower. It probably would knock him out, actually. 432 attack. I'm thinking Arceus Rock will go down to Superpower. Yeah, it will. And this Superpower also hits the Yveltal if you want to go out to that. And it's more accurate than the Psycho Boost. So we're able to get rid of a potential defogger on his team. If Genesect wants to come out, it already took a bit of damage as well. Mewtwo comes out. Threat. Right on to Giratina, though. I only need Giratina for this Mewtwo to hit it with the Shadow Sneak, as he reveals that he is Life Orb. I don't mind that, though, because Shadow Sneak will put him in range of the Ice Beam from my own Deoxys right now. And I don't know why I said own Deoxys like he had a Deoxys of his own. But I should be able to Ice Beam right here and pick up the KO. It also hits a Yveltal if he wants to go out to that. Maybe he expected knockoff or something, but this is great. Yveltal being gone means that I can afford to play my Diancie a bit recklessly, as Genesect is going to come out. And by that I mean that I don't necessarily need Diancie. So I can go right out to Diancie right here on the Genesect. Soon we will put Genesect in range of... Oh god, that was just a great play for me too. He probably expected my Groudon, but Groudon was a lot more useful just for his own Groudon right there, as his Mewtwo is going to come out. And I can just Moonblast. Who texted me? Oh god, I was supposed to go for Subaru today. No. I forgot. My bad. But I can go right out to Deoxys attack, and Deoxys attack can just click Ice Beam and knock him out. He goes down to Rocks. If he goes out to anything, it's going to be taking neutral from the Ice Beam anyway. And yeah, just my best play overall, I think, anyway. So Primal Groudon's going to come out. Going to be taking that Stealth Rock hit. Oof. I like it. And I can go right out into my Arceus Ground right now. Eat up the Lava Plume. Doesn't get the burn on me, which is great. I do threaten him with the Judgment, so I expect him to switch out. And the thing is, I have him in checkmate right now, because what I can do is sack my Primal Groudon to go out into my Deoxys just to click Psycho Boost, and that'll 2-hit KO everything on his team and win the game. So it should be game. So I sack this. I keep my Arceus Ground alive. That way I'm faster. As he actually Megas as well. He can't even 2-hit KO me, and he even chooses to go for Protect. So he could have 2-hit KO me if he went for like Shadow Ball right there. It was like a high roll, I think. But I can go right for Precipice Blades. I don't think Protect matters, bro. I don't mind if you Destiny Bomb me either. Yeah, this is his best play, going for a miss, as I do miss. However, we hit the next one. He goes for Rock Tomb. Interesting. I mean, it worked out because I missed, right? As long as I don't miss every single attack... As long as I don't miss every single attack with my Deoxys, and by that, as long as I don't miss Psycho Boost, I win the game. So Earthquake will be able to knock him out. I don't even have to go for Psycho Boost because my Arceus Ground actually knocked him out. I didn't expect it to knock him out from full But then again, maybe I'm just like doubting this thing's power, especially with the Earth Plate combined. But he goes right for Destiny Bond, just getting that last KO, as Arceus Ground is going to be able to knock him out, and that is going to be good game. So we're really climbing this ladder, and I think I'm just going to pause it for one more, and we'll be right back. Guys, so we have the last game, and my opponent's team is just straight up hyper offense. Diancie is like the best lead always, as he's probably going to lead off with the... He actually doesn't lead off a Groudon, which is great, because what I can do right here is... I think I just want to go for Diamond Storm. I don't know if he'll have like the random Meteor Mash. I ran Meteor Mash at one point on my Deoxys. I also ran Skill Swap. But Diamond Storm hits like Gengar upon switching. Bronzong is going to be so useful. Same thing with Giratina in this, because I can Will-O-Wisp his Arceus. I really want to go for Earth Power, to be honest, because it 2-hit KOs the Groudon if he chooses to go out to that. But I do have Arceus Ground, so I think I'm just going to fire off a Moonblast right here. Let's see if he has Skill Swap. He does have the Skill Swap. However, I don't know how much that matters. Yeah, I can go right on to Giratina and just defog away his hazards. So yeah, this should be fine. This should be fine. He also can't like attack with his Darkrai versus this. You know what? At the same time, no, he can't attack with Darkrai if I don't switch out. That's why. I'm talking about like if I have Giratina in and I go for Shadow Sneak versus Deoxys, because he's definitely going to taunt my... he definitely would taunt my Giratina if I go out to that. So I'm going to defog. I'm going to go out to Giratina and defog right here. He does have the Skill Swap. I wasn't sure if they still ran that, to be honest. But I can go right out to Giratina, and I am going to defog away these hazards. If he does go for taunt, that's fine. He just wastes an extra turn right there, and I can go right for the Shadow Sneak and knock him out. I don't have to predict anything. People don't usually switch out when it's offensive teams like this. Gengar chooses to come out. You know what? We're going to play with rocks this game. I'm just going to 2-hit KO him with the Shadow Sneak. I should live a Shadow Ball right here as well, as my taunt is going to wear off. And I really, really, really want to go for defog. I really do. I'm going to attempt to go for it. Then again, I just said these guys don't like to switch out. But I can now go out to Deoxys and start picking off my opponent's team one by one. Ice Beam knocks him out, as he actually switches out to Darkrai, so that's great because we do get a solid 2-hit KO on the Darkrai. I'm not going to risk it being Scarf Darkrai. I'm just going to go right for the Extreme Speed and pick him off from there. Goodbye. Not going to risk a random Scarf Darkrai, though. They're usually Life Orb. Arceus is going to come out, and I'm just going to Superpower this thing. If he wants to Extreme Speed me, that's fine. I couldn't risk anything from this Arceus, pretty much. I was in a bad position if this Arceus started setting up. Maybe that wasn't the correct play, actually, because that Mon got to kill every single turn. But like I said, if it was Shadow's Claw, I was in a bad position. We'll actually see how much speed he's running. I'm going to go out to my Diancie right here. If he's Adamant, then I get off a Moonblast. Yeah, he is Adamant. So he goes for the Extreme Speed. I don't think +2 Extreme Speed knocks out Diancie from full, especially because I'm not like any defensive boosting nature or defense negative nature. So we'll be able to get off the Moonblast there and knock him out, as Gengar is going to come out. However, I can now go out to my Groudon, force the Destiny Bond, and then between Arceus plus Bronzong, we should be able to win this game. Please hit. Nice. So like I said, between Arceus plus Groudon, we should be able to win this game. Xerneas comes out, and I'm just going to Precipice Blaze this to put him in range of the Gyro Ball. Because it is Dual Dance, it actually might not have Fire Punch as well. So, we can allow him to go down, go right out into our Bronzong, and just Gyro Ball right here and get our KO, because we obviously live the Moonblast. Now let me think about this, because I don't want to lose to Groudon setting up too much. But then again, if he's Stone Edge, I'm hitting with a Toxic as he sets up the Swords Dance. Yeah, I think that's the only play to make. Yeah, because if he wants to Rock Polish up, that's fine. I don't know if he's, I don't know what variant he is, but if he wants to rock polish up, I should be able to stall him out with actually protects and things like that. So, yeah, he does have Stone Edge. Basically, if he set up a rock polish, my gyro ball is powered up, and I do have the, this is the best play because it prevents him from setting up rock polish, as he does rock polish right here. And, again, I do just go for protect this turn, and I win the game. So, Bronzong putting in the most work right there. So if he set up a rock polish at any given point, Toxic was the play. I couldn't go directly into my Arceus because if he had Fire Punch anyway, I think I lost right there, regardless. I don't know. It really depended on it depended on his Groudon set, but typically on Duo Dance they run Stone Edge because they can hit what's it called? Physically defensive Yveltal harder, as well as Mega Ments and things like that. They typically mons that can stop your sweep. So I was thinking that Toxic would be my best play, and then I just spam Gyro Ball from there. If he eventually gets up a Rock Polish, if he was Precipice Blaze, then basically Stone Edge would not be able to knock out my Bronzong, and I get enough Gyro Balls. If I had to sack my Arceus to a Stone Edge because it takes 2 and then go back on to Bronzong Protect, I think I could have won from there. But in any case, I think we're just going to end the episode right here. Thank you everybody for watching. Like I said, if you guys want to use this team, it will be in the description as well as the video on the bottom of the description of the my boy's team building video. I actually ended up using Protect on Bronzong over Skill Swap. He had Skill Swap on it, but I fancy Protect, I guess. I like Protect a lot more just because it puts me out of range of like being KO'd by mons like Xerneas at +2 with the HP Fire. If they, I mean Focus Blast, excuse me, I said HP Fire, what the hell. You are 2 KO'd by +2 Focus Blast easily, but it forces them to go for Focus Blast over going for like Moon Blast or anything like that. And I also just like it just for, especially with Toxic, just that recovery, especially because Bronzong doesn't have, Bronzong doesn't have solid recovery at all. So being able to go for Protect, going for Toxic, stalling out some turns, definitely in a tier like Ubers where everything is just so fat and bulky, I think Protect on Bronzong is a lot better than Skill Swap. I never really liked Skill Swap on Bronzong, only in VGC when it's obviously, or doubles OU, whatever, one you play, only when you actually have more than one Pokemon on the field, because I feel like Bronzong is just that type of Pokemon that just wants to Toxic you, get up Stealth Rock, and check your Deances and things like that. I definitely like Protect on it just because, as well as like Pokemon, I know I'm talking about this a lot, but I want to talk about why I put Protect over Skill Swap. But it helps versus Pokemon as well as Lugia, whose only offensive move is usually like Ice Beam. Like they run Toxic, Roost, Whirlwind, and Ice Beam to hit Rayquaza, and Mega Ment as well, because they are your Mega Ment check. Has he done enter Mega Ments yet? Yes, he has. And yeah, that's why I like to run Toxic and Protect on my Bronzong over Skill Swap over Protect. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Feel free, of course, to leave a like, subscribe, do your thing, and I will check you guys out later. No, I don't always say that. I'm not gonna. You guys are gonna check me out later, hopefully. Well, I guess if I stream, which I'm hoping to do later tonight, we'll see each other. So goodbye, friends.